Hi, I'm Yaakov. I'm Yaakov from Seniors Hiking Project. We're here to help us seniors in some of the questions that we have. We have special needs and we're here to help you. First off, it's great for us to be on the trail. It doesn't matter how old we are, how long it's been since the last time we went out. We go out for 1 mile, 2 miles, 5 miles. We walk on a flat surface. It doesn't matter. And in fact, the other day, I hiked through 2.4 miles, an elevation of 200 feet. It was fun for me. And that's what the woods are for. The woods and the mountains are here for us to have fun. And the better equipment we have, sometimes it can help in our fun. So I like to start off this YouTube with 2 pieces of equipment. First off, boots. You hear a lot about boots from other YouTubers, and they're usually young, except Rev, who's our age, but let's go. We're not wearing sandals or going barefoot. And if you are, you're in the vast minority. So you hear on the site, they talk about trail runners and they talk about boots. Let's talk about trail runners first. Trail runners are like sneakers with a grip on the bottom. They're about a pound lighter than boots. If you get them wet, they'll dry faster. Okay, that makes sense. Just a little trick. You see this second hole here? What's that hole for? That hole is in case your heel comes off the bed of the shoe, you tie your shoe with using that hole and it'll keep your heel down, prevent blisters. It's a nice little option. Now, if you notice, it's cut low, right below the ankle bone. Boots, on the other hand, are about a pound heavier. They don't have that little eye there. They will dry a little slower because they're bigger, but this hard leather is covering half your ankle. Now, I don't know about you, but me, I'm not my balance is, I don't speak as well either anymore, but my balance is not as good. So that was on cue, by the way. The wind came and my cell phone doesn't have the same amount of balance as it used to have. This season, you can see the leaves behind me. See all those leaves? They're slippery. I live in about 50 miles north of New York City. We have beautiful mountains and beautiful hiking, but it's a lot of rocks. Rocks don't make a smooth surface. So our ankles take a beating. We can slip on mud, we can slip on leaves, we can slip on rocks. I can't tell you how many times that this side of the boot has saved me. You don't have to tie it real tight, but if your ankle rolls, the boot gives you a little more support. One boot weighs a half a pound for each foot. If I'm only walking 2 to 5, 7 miles in a day, half a pound, yes, at the end of the day might mean something, but so would a rolled ankle mean something. I think the trade-off is for the boot. I do have trail runners, and I use them for flatter trails that don't have a lot of rocks, or I'm not going out for a while, or I'm just taking the dog for a walk around the park. I look like a hiker. The second thing I like to talk to you about is trekking poles. Without a doubt, this is a necessity. Forget that our balance is not as great. Forget that. Even for a young person, it gives you more stability, and you don't know when you're going to trip on a rock or you're going to slide on something that's you don't expect to. You have no idea. And these give you 2 more points of balance. So let me talk about them because we as seniors have a special need here. First off, the grip. They talk about having a cork grip. When it gets wet, it doesn't get slippery, and it's 100% true. They cost more. I rarely hike in the rain, and rarely do I hike long enough that my palms sweat. I like these. They have a little more, I feel like a little more secure with these. And they have, look, an area around here that if my hand's not here, I can put my hand here and use it as a shorter pole without having to make the pole shorter. Let me just show you about the loop here. I see so many people put their hand through like this and grab it like this. You have no support from this strap. You might as well not have this strap at all. But if you put your hand from underneath and then down. Now this strap is around my wrist and gives me some wrist support. So it's a little easier or more safe for me to walk this way. Now let's go down to the tip. This tip is designed to grab onto rocks, grab onto slippery rocks, rocks that are not flat, horizontal, or wet rocks. I'm not sure what it's made of, but it holds onto the rock a little bit. I've seen, especially seniors, hiking with a rubber foot here. That's for sidewalks. Sidewalks are flat, even if they're wet, they're horizontal, and they're gonna hold you nicely if you're walking on a street or on a sidewalk. This tip is for hiking. Now, there are 3 different kinds of shafts. Obviously, the lighter, the more expensive. There are 2 kinds of steel, not bothering you with the numbers, but there's one steel that's newish, lighter, thinner, and stronger. Carbon fiber is the strongest, it's more expensive. I don't think it's necessary. When you're buying a pole, a trekking pole, make sure that one trekking pole can hold your weight. You know, you're walking along like this in a trekking pole and you slip, and all of a sudden your body goes on it like this. You don't want this pole to bend. You want this pole to hold your present day weight. Not that weight that you hope to get to 6 months from now, but your present day weight. You want this pole not to snap and not to bend and break, because one of the purposes of this pole is that when you're walking along and you put your pole down and your right foot slips and you go towards your right, you want this pole to hold you. Cheaper poles will not do that. If you're young, fine. But at our age, we have to be very, 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 very careful of falls. Just the nature of our age. Okay, so any comments, please put it down below. Anything you'd like me to talk about, we'll go back to the team and we'll research it and come back to you. And I'd like to sign off, and you have a great day and a wonderful next hike.